How's it going, librarians? I have a graphic novel I'd like to review here. So, I'm a big Cassandra Cain fan, specifically Cassandra Cain as Batgirl. I think she's my favorite Batgirl, and I've been bitter about her not being Batgirl for quite some time. So this was a gift. This is Shadow of the Batgirl, and this is from Sarah Kuhn and Nicole Gux. Now, a little bit of explanation here is that in case you haven't noticed, if you've had your nose only in traditional superhero comic books, you may not have noticed the fact that the young adult graphic novel line in America has really grown in popularity. Scholastic sells a lot of these things. But you know who has noticed? DC Comics and Marvel, they have. Now, they've gone about things in different ways. Marvel has been republishing some of their regular comics that would work as young adult stuff in young adult format. Like this, there's a Miss Marvel one, some Squirrel Girl stuff, as well as Unstoppable Wasp, I think works really well for that. And DC has gone the other way. They've been producing original stuff, like this one right here. And this is wonderful. It actually, I'm glad I read the introduction. I usually don't read those first, but for the heck of it, I did. And it's from the writer, and it's a really, touching piece, how being half Asian, I believe, let's see, yeah, as an Asian American geek girl, let's see, she calls herself, and when the character really exploded for the first time as Batgirl, that meant a lot to her, and she immediately gravitated towards Cassandra. And it talks about her love for the character, and this was her chance to really get going with it. And it is, of course, separate continuity, of course, from the regular series, if there is a regular continuity anymore in DC. But this is its own thing, and so it tells its own version of the story of Cassandra Cain, where she is a little bit older. It kind of tweaks the origin a little bit. She's a little bit older when she realizes what she's doing is wrong. She's still trained by David Cain. She apparently has killed people before, but it isn't until this guy pleads not just for his life simply to live, but for his daughter, and that word just jumped right out to her, because that's one of the few words she completely understands. So that makes her flinch, and she takes off, and she just suddenly can't do it anymore. That's when she runs into Jackie here, and Jackie is the owner of this restaurant and grocery, and she's absolutely adorable. She's an original creation for this, as well as another character, Eric. Well, we'll see him later. They get along really well. She's kind to her. She starts instantly nicknaming her little mouse. And Cassandra kind of starts making her way. She can't really stay with her at first. She kind of wants to do her own thing. She's still freaked out until she discovers the library. And by the way, let's see, Nicole's art is gorgeous. It has that indie comic art style and look to it, and it really suits this series well. Good Lord, I love the lovingly attentive pages of the library. There's a couple of shots in the book, as well as the city. She's still haunted by David Cain, and she starts living in the library and even kind of doing some training, and she starts reading while trying to learn how to read and figure things out. That's when she runs into Barbara Gordon, who is wheelchair bound, and she does story time with the kids, and specifically she likes to tell the kids about the super cool superhero that used to be in Gotham City but no more, and man, she's totally awesome, Batgirl. And this starts inspiring her to kind of learn. Also, she starts making acquaintance with this guy, Eric, and that's one of the things that the old series really didn't give us, a proper love interest for Cassandra. So it's kind of nice to see her connect on a human basis with these three characters. And of course, David Cain will make an appearance later, because he's a more active criminal than simply a shadowy assassin. He's more of a crime boss, and he is looking for Cassandra. At the same time, he's kind of like making a play to be a big name in Gotham City. So what's Cassandra going to do? And will Barbara and Jackie be able to help her properly? It's absolutely wonderful. It's not the same kind of like kung fu masterpiece that the original Cassandra Cain was. It's designed to be a different kind of story. It's more of a character-driven story, and it's really touching. It gets to the real like vulnerable parts of who Cassandra is, and not to say that the original series didn't, but this really digs into it. This leans onto that a little bit more. This was, how much was this? This was, let's see, it was $16.99. I would definitely check this out. This is a really great book. If you're a Cassandra Cain fan, definitely pick this up. I highly recommend it to any Cassandra Cain fan out there. It's 5 out of 5 Ram chips. If you're a casual Cassandra fan or a fan of Batgirl in general or a Bat fan, it's still worth a look. It's a really good read. The art's gorgeous, and I enjoyed myself. I dug through this pretty quickly. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Are there any young adult graphic novels from either DC, Marvel, or Scholastic or other publishers that you really dig? Leave a comment below about it. We'll talk about it. Maybe I'll start looking for those things. So hey, I'm on different social media stuff. I'm on let's see, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can support The Real Manos and Manos Publishing at patreon.com, and maybe if you support me, I could like eat and stuff during these terrible, horrible existing times we're in. So all right, I think we're done, so push the button, Lindsay.